Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video, and welcome to a video where I'm going to be talking about why I feel that you guys, regardless of age, regardless of where you live, should care about politics. Now, I know that I have kept politics off the channel, and I'm not going to be discussing any political viewpoints at all. That's not what this video is about. No political viewpoints whatsoever. I want to get that out of the way as soon as possible. All right, I'm just here to tell you why I think that you should care about politics regardless of age or where you live. Because there are a lot of people I know that do not care whatsoever about politics or anything that goes on in regards to it. And I feel that should change. I feel like that shouldn't be the case. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for not having any, real gameplay videos today, Wednesday for you guys. It's just, I really felt like I had to make this video, and I wanted to make it before I forgot about the topic and everything. So you guys will definitely get gameplay videos tomorrow, too, probably. So look forward to that. Ding! That was supposed to be, whatever. Okay, so the people who don't care about politics are either young, as in kids, or people who feel that politics are just a giant game, a huge game, none of it actually matters, that shit. And I'm here to, let's start with the young people. All the young people out there watching. If you're a kid or you're a teenager, whatever fucking age that falls under teenager, you should care about politics. You may not be able to vote, but you should care anyway. Okay? Because when you are able to vote, you want to have that knowledge inside your head about, what side you want to be on, what you believe is right. It is better to make an informed decision than to make a regular decision, and it is better to make a decision than it is to make no decision at all. Okay, and while making it, for example, while voting is better than not voting, it is much better if you are informed about what you're voting about beforehand, before you go and vote, if that makes sense. Because I know I phrased that really weirdly. Be informed. Be informed. Everything is important. Everything holds some amount of importance. Despite what you may think or see or what other people may tell you. Everything is important. We're going to dive in, I'm just going to mention American politics topics. I'm not going to dive into the topics at all, okay? I'm just mentioning them as examples. For example, if we're in the United States and we're talking politics here, gun control, important. Terrorism, important. Border security, important. The economy, important. And then even something smaller like, a smaller issue. God damn it, I don't know. Smaller issue. Fuck. Give me a second. Okay, I got one. Whether or not, a person who is dying, or has some sort of disease, whether or not that person is allowed to choose when they want to die, if they want to, take some sort of lethal injection or something, or wait until, the disease takes over and kills them. That's a smaller issue. Every single one of these affects your way of life, affects everything around you. You may not see it, but all of these different things affect everything around you. All of these issues determine the fate of where you live, whether it be your country, and we're talking national politics, whether it be your town and local politics. Everything you vote on, everything that is an issue where you live is important. It determines the fate of where you live. You know, so if you feel that if, for example, capitalism doesn't work and you want socialism, then you would vote for socialism if it was like, let's say it's really simple. You know, they have it on a ballot, capitalism or socialism. You would check socialism, and that would determine the fate of where you live. Because if every vote matters. That's another thing that people don't realize. Every vote matters. You will see a lot of people encourage people to vote, and you will see a lot of people think that their vote doesn't matter. But every vote matters. Trust me. Trust me. I believe that is why Bernie Sanders lost. Is because while he had, I believe, more support, people didn't go out and vote. And that determines the fate of the country. Now they're left with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and that's their own fault. They didn't go out and vote. So, again, everything you vote on determines the fate of where you live and everything around you. Okay? Let's get that out of the way. Staying informed, being informed about topics. I guess I've already covered why it's important, you know, determining the fate of where you live and everything. But, you know, it's just nice to stay informed because for a variety of reasons. Because eventually when you're an adult, you're going to have to... I'm still talking to the younger audiences, by the way. When you're an adult and when you're living on your own and you have to worry about everything all on your own, all of these issues come into play. All of these issues suddenly matter. Because you've matured, because, you know, you're dealing with stuff that, you know, your parents had to deal with, that you've seen people on TV have to deal with, that you've heard people have to deal with. You're suddenly confronting all of these things, and then everything that you thought didn't matter comes into play. So it's nice to get a head start, to be informed, to know what matters, to know, just know stuff about the topics and everything. So that when you go out and vote, you're making an informed decision. You're not just selecting whatever the fuck you want to select. Like, gun control, no gun control. Well, I don't fucking know. I don't want to select gun control. By the way, that's not what I think of people who do that, okay? It was just an example, okay? It is so much better to make an informed decision. Alright, and I want to say that times have changed where this stuff matters more than ever, but that really isn't the case. Because politics have mattered in history for every country, for everywhere, for the longest time. They determine the course of the country. They determine the course of where you live. The determining the fate. Same thing. You know, politics fucking matter. That's the whole point of this video. Politics fucking matter. And so, it is your job to be informed and to know what you need to know. You don't have to, like, you don't have to study, you know, study topics and everything like a textbook, but just stay informed so that you can make your informed decision. You know, and you can pick sides on certain issues, and you can make arguments. If someone, you know, if, I don't know, let's say in the future you vote for, I don't know, let's say Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders are running for president or whatever, and you select Donald Trump, but it was just a completely, I don't know, stupid decision. Well, no, that's not what I mean. You guys know I'm a Trump supporter, but you know, you weren't informed about anything. You were just picking what you thought, you know, I mean, you were just picking for the hell of it, right? and then you're talking to your friend, and he voted for Bernie Sanders, and he's informed on these issues, and he asks who you voted for, and you say Donald Trump, and he asks why, and you can't give an explanation for why you voted for that person, well, then you're in some deep shit. You have to know this stuff. You guys are young, the younger audiences. You guys are young, right? You're kids, you're teenagers, you're whatever. All right, so it may not seem like this stuff matters, but you have to know it because politics applies to just about everything. Okay, and you have to be able to make your own decisions. You have to be able to pick your own sides because it determines the future of everything. Basically, politics matters that much. And while there are games that are played within politics, it's not all just one huge game, and therefore you don't have to care about it. That's not true. That is definitely not true. You just have to care. That's what I'm saying to these younger audiences. Now, to the older people who feel that politics doesn't matter. You know, the people who sustain themselves, the people who pay for everything themselves. What are you doing? You're not staying informed because you feel like it doesn't matter. Excuse me? That is stupid. I'm sorry, but that's stupid. That's stupid that you're an adult, right? You're handling everything on your own. You're making your own decisions now. And you feel like politics doesn't matter because you feel like, oh, it's just all one big game, or oh, my vote doesn't matter, or what effects do these issues really have, you know? I mean, if we vote one way, what does it really matter? Trust me, it matters a shit ton. All right? If you know the slightest amount of history, you know, for example, the United States, if you know the slightest amount of U.S. history, you know that political decisions change the course of everything. I'm basically making the same argument that I'm basically telling the older audiences the same thing I was telling as the younger audiences. So I guess we can combine this. Let me cut this video off short because I don't want to rant on for too long. But the key points here: your vote matters, despite what people tell you. Your vote matters. Be informed on the issues so that you can make your own informed decisions. And yeah, if you do those things, you're helping shape the future of your country. God, that sounded weird. You're helping shape the future of your country the way you want it to be shaped. Okay, just please read a political article, one every day. Read about what's going on. Keep yourself informed. Twitter is a great way to do that. That's how I get a majority of my news, is Twitter. You follow the right news sources and everything, and they tell you everything in the matter of 140 characters. You learn everything you need to know. So go on Twitter if you're not on there already, and just follow CNN, follow other news stations. I mean, other news sources. There are so many of them, I can't, and Lord knows I have opinions on all of them, so I'm only going to say CNN. Just ultimately make yourself informed about the issues, because politics matter. Politics definitely matters. Alright guys, I'm sorry, this video was definitely all over the place. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but you guys know when I'm talking about a certain thing, I'm all over the place, because I can't control my thoughts. I don't write anything down. I just go with what's flowing through my mind, that sort of thing. But hopefully you guys aren't upset with me putting out this video. I just feel it's really important because I've seen so many people say, my vote doesn't matter, I don't need to care. So I felt the need to put out this video, and you guys will get your 2 gameplay videos tomorrow, and this might be the last of any sort of politics I talk about on the channel. I will definitely never talk about political viewpoints again on the channel, but you know, there is still a possibility for me to do videos like this where I'm talking about politics in general, you know, not really standing with viewpoints or talking about viewpoints, you know, that sort of thing. So, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say for this video. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to discuss anything, no political viewpoints, please, in the comment section. Talk to me on Twitter about that stuff. You know, because I'm trying to keep political viewpoints off the channel. So if you want to talk your political sides, do it on Twitter. My Twitter is in the description box below. So go to there, follow me, and you can tweet me all sorts of political shit you want. But yeah, talk about anything I mentioned in this video. If you agree with me, sound off. If you disagree with me, sound off down below. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.